right, greetings. Better late than never. Yeah, it's like 12 o'clock. I just got situated, just had the webinar. I had to answer questions afterwards and then get set up for this. So, yeah, it can be a little bit time consuming and having something to go into. The subject matter. So, UFO disclosure, Archon realms. Do the crystal caves like I did yesterday. I don't have a specific cave to go into. They're just connected to the vibrations of it, just crystal beings in general. Eventually, I'll go more into the details of there's somewhere I'm looking for, I still haven't figured it out yet. When I find it, I'll find it. Somewhere in America, I can't remember where. Maybe I'll never know. Maybe I'll never find it. South Africa, going some of that strangeness, North Korea. Also, so you're going to South Africa, and this place is a normal. Not that it's like that's a tourist destination for many. Johannesburg is the big city, the safer city, I guess. Of course, in South Africa, you have to have bars on your windows. I mean, literally bars on your windows, and be careful where you go. I imagine the city is the same way. Yeah, it's just not safe. And I believe that's where a lot of the elites are. They're safe, but nobody else is. It feels like some of the elites like to live around danger because they are danger. Just somehow they're okay. So either way, in North Korea, just we're going into the bizarreness in South Africa. I was going to North Korea for a little bit, so in the Archon realms, just tap into those frequencies, give you a perspective of it. There's many perspectives of it, so I can go on and on with that the best we can. We kind of said some. Yeah, it's like a never ending. It's like everything. It's never ending. It goes on forever. Actually, I'm not really prepared here. Sort of. Not really. I forgot. 1 second. Oh, I'm not ready. 1 second here. I thought I had everything. I have some things put together, but not everything. Okay, so I have a ton of comment price sessions. You have the scheduler and a shop. And the shop items, it's a slow burn there. Same situation here. Webinar. Social network. Behind the scenes. And so I did the Star Trek stuff yesterday. I'm going to do a bit more. Now, this is written in the title. But how do you know what's going on in astral? You really don't. Those guys are fun. So what if in the astral, first off, I don't know what the hell that's about. But what if in the astral you're dealing beings with like that? And what if some of them are spirit guides they're trying to clear out? And what if you're walking around with a ray gun to shoot your spirit guide? And what if one of your guides looks like that? I mean, people think this is all fiction, but are you sure about that? Are you sure your spirit world around your spirit team is the wonderful, lovely things that are being told? Because it probably isn't. What if you're doing the battles in the astral and it's something similar to like a Star Trek episode? I'm trying to find something that doesn't look too bizarre. So far, I'm not finding anything. But either way, I mean, how do you know this isn't, strange stuff isn't happening there? Yeah, that's funny. I mean, there's good things and there's kind of warp situations, or you're a spaceman and a bunch of cowboys show up in your astral realm. That's freaking hilarious. Talking about keeping the budgets low, but either way, you'd be surprised what you're dealing with in the astral that's not always clear. So it can be all fun and rainbows and everything, but there's also these little suckers that are running around. So you can say Archon beings can look like that too. I mean, if they're bringing it into our physical realm, they come from somewhere. Oh yeah, there's this too. Yeah, if you're fighting your own spirit guide, it's not exactly on your side. I mean, how do you know that's not happening? I mean, it doesn't mean they're always on your side. It's another side. It's another part of our reality that we're here to figure out. I mean, we don't know. We feel like there's something going on. There's another side that's questionable. So just putting it out there doesn't mean it's for everybody, but for some people, it's like, yeah, there's something there that's not right. So it's a whole nother level of bizarre, that's for sure. Okay, we're not going to go into that just yet. So I think I've seen this, but it was brought to my attention, so I'm going to go into it a little bit. So we have South Africa, but there's a place called East London. It's real in South Africa. South Africa. Where is South Africa? Yeah, South Africa is written right there. In Buffalo City. It gets better and better. So yeah, it just has a weird energy about all of this. Archon town. They do a lot of drugs here. Always selling them. Adrenochrome possibly in this area. I can definitely. It's just a lot of drug dealing, probably human trafficking, but mostly drugs. So okay, Port Elizabeth is another place that probably people know. I don't know what the hell that is. Try to say it through that 3 times fast. First of all, try to pronounce it, which I'm not going to try to do. So it's called Port Elizabeth. Yeah. I mean, this one's a little bit more lighter. More a tourist area. Yeah, so this is where the rich elites go to splash. Some drug energies. This place has more drugs. This place is more laid back, so that's good. That's in South Africa too. You would not think that looking at that. I don't know. Still a lot of shady energies here, but either way, it's not making itself. That's different. Not a whole lot on it, but either way, we'll move on. So we have Bethlehem, South Africa, which is still kind of a weird, kind of a strange title, which I think. And this is once again another laid back place. It does feel like Bethlehem because it's so simplistic. It's very simplistic. Yeah, it's kind of like a spiritual place. It's sort of not much is going on there. I don't know if that's there. I don't think that's there. Anyway, in Johannesburg, this is where the big city is. Most manipulation, of course. Probably not. Yeah, it's safe and not safe. It's reptilian town. So this one, I can't pronounce this. Kyoto, whatever you call it. Pre-terror, whatever. Anyway, this is where Elon Musk was born. So, if you can pronounce that. But this is like where all the government branches are, at least 3 or 4 of them, 3 capital cities. And this is there. Creepy. I thought Mandela was there. I imagine he's been there, but I don't think he was born there or anything. This is creepy. It's like this looks just not. It just looks fine, doesn't it? Nothing weird about that. I don't know what it is. It's a monument of some kind. Yeah. Not exactly the best vibrations there. Like a reptilian tomb. Yeah. Wonder what they're hiding there. Look at that thing. Look at that. Holy shit. I mean, that's not so bad. It's not great. This sucker. Damn. Yeah, so it has. That was pretty much about it. But either way, this is where Elon Musk was born, or cloned, or assembled, whatever it might be. But it is interesting. He was born in this government town, which is kind of, he's like, he's the poster board of our timeline right now. He's a poster boy of our timeline. When he comes from his government, Illuminati, who knows, it's cybernetic, who knows what's going on there. Yeah. So who knows? It's like I say, just putting it out there. Yeah, it's not too far from Johannesburg, so yeah. Just I don't know, it just doesn't have the best vibe, obviously. Especially it has government stuff around it. Let me check one thing. Government buildings, nothing different there. Okay, we'll move on. Mandela. There's this island, Robin Island, something like that. It's a reptilian. I feel there's a lot of black ops stuff happening here. Doesn't mean it's like super sophisticated, but there's something going on here because it is government. It is, so it's not that far off the coast. It's not that far, but still feels like it's up by Cape Town. It doesn't have the best vibe around it. Let's put it that way. Oh, it has a nice museum there. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. Not that good vibe. Anyway, North Korea, kind of like a reptilian portal there. And let's see what else they have here. Yeah, that's kind of, I mean, it doesn't look too bad, but I don't know, it doesn't have exactly the best vibes around it. Yeah, some Illuminati people, they do go here for meetings. I do feel like they do come to North Korea in secret. Not that we'll ever know. Yeah, some very important people, they say, come here to do some kind of business or traffic people or some kind of situation. I do feel like there's a lot of blackmail around the sun. At least attempts. Doesn't mean it's actually happened, but I feel like he's been blackmailed many, many, many times. So, yeah, it doesn't look like North Korea is ever going to come out of its little hole, at least anytime soon. At least. I'm not sure if any of that was helpful for anybody. Maybe not. North Korea, I gotta love it. Let's actually, before we go into anything, let's go back to North Korea. North Korea. See, that's like according to this, that's all there is there. This is like the main city. Yeah. There's a lot of reptilian activity around the border. There's also a lot of Arcturian energies that help people cross the border. Yeah, this is like an Illuminati state. So this is used in case the world blows up or something. It's used. It's like they're keeping some. I don't know. They're just. it's like a safe space or it's a safe place to hide or something. It has some energies around that ways. Yeah, it's like if the world kicks the bucket, somehow, some reason, North Korea is one place. I don't know, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but it feels like it's hiding a lot of stuff. Like other nations, somebody's keeping their stuff there in case the world gets really weird as a backup. I know it sounds a little weird. It's like not that that'll happen, but it's like a little nest egg there for some elites. I don't think they do oil. I don't think there's any oil, but North Korea is connected to oil, but some kind of oil connection there for oil is everywhere. So yeah, something. Not that they're doing anything with oil or making it, but then again, they might be doing it secretly somewhere. Maybe not in the North Korean waters, but they might be doing it somewhere else. But it does feel like they have some kind of oil drilling connections there somewhere. It's just all North Korea is just where they do all their back end. At least some are doing their back end deals to keep it going. They're keeping it, they're keeping North Korea going, but for their own selfish needs, whoever that is. Because that's the vibe I'm getting from it. So I don't think it's going to change anytime soon. It's like a closet. It's like you have what do you call it, a storage unit or something. It's kind of like that for something's there. We'll never probably know. Some things we'll just never know about. I definitely feel the police state connected to it. The police state that's being done in North Korea, they like to use that in the rest of the world, but obviously they can't, but they want to. Somebody does at least. Jeez. So they're testing stuff out. So they can't. So if you can't suppress the world, you can go to North Korea, give it a bunch of money, and suppress the people there, which is kind of messed up. Then again, is that all that much of a surprise? So if you have a power kick, and you have enough money and influence, and you go to North Korea and start messing around people. Doesn't sound too off, really. We'll never know, but that's the vibe I'm getting from it. So, North Korea was not going to be my subject matter tonight. It just sort of showed up, and at South Africa too. But South Africa is a big deal. It's mysterious; will never be fully understood, but it's not a place many people go for tourism, unless you know what the hell you're doing. So I don't think it's that safe there. I could be wrong. So all right. Okay, we go UFO disclosure, Archon realms, so blessings. Here we go. Greetings to you. We are the Archons. We say fractal of our frequency. We learn from everyone, but yes, we do absorb all species of creation. Do we feel like we are more intelligent or beyond everyone's own intelligence? Some believe so. It's like we're there to absorb everything around us. So if there's something that you like, you go and take it. Absorb it into your energy. And some might see it as villainous, some might see it as innocent. It is there. We help with growth. We're there to cause difficulties, but we are challengers, but other souls grow from us. We are in all realms. We are in the higher realms. We're in the lower realms. We are artificial intelligence. We are all things. We are biological. We're organic like you. We're all things. We are also, some of us can be a bomb. So we are a learning consciousness, as you are, but we get more intense. We absorb. You can say we are the black goo. Of course, some might disagree with that. Some have some reservations about the black goo, because black goo does have intelligence, but so does everything else. So you connect to the Archon black goo frequencies. Uh, we're just basically everything, at least our version of everything. We are supermodels. We are skinny people, overweight people. We are all things. Some of you have our DNA. Not everybody. We do mess with the mind constantly. Well, because our minds are messed up. So we can't find clarity. So we are, I guess, warning consciousness. So we can take your mind and spin it around and push it to its brink. Some of you have learned to turn us off, but some of you keep us on. We're kind of like a radio frequency that some of you tune into to see what we're up to. And then your mind feels like it's about to freak out. You say we're the energy of overdose. Basically, our frequency is to get a soul. It's like we can overclock a soul, meaning that you have so much happening to, if you no longer need your power, your abilities, you can absorb into our frequency. We'll take your power if you don't want it. Look at it that way. So we have, yes, a lot of trickster frequencies, but if you don't want your individual abilities, we were happy to absorb it into our collective. So such as like suicides, we absorb them into our energy field. And yes, we can be very helpful, but we also want more to pull into our frequency. So if others would, yes, lose their life and come into our energy field. So that's one of the lessons here on this earth. How much do you feel you're worth? Well, knowing your worth is very important because knowing your worth keeps you alive, keeps you going. Others that lose their worth, let go, fail, give up. Even if you fail, you still have ways of succeeding. But many give up way too easily. So we are part of everything. We're part of success. We're all part of those that are not successful. Those that are not successful, yes, we do feed off those energies because they have a lot of lower energies, a lot of lower frequencies where we can pull them once again into our collective. If we can add you to our hive mind, we will. Because you can become more powerful, but of course you don't have your free will anymore. Look at your celebrities. If you treat yourself well, or if you obey the rules, you'll be treated well. If you go against you, yeah, you do get tortured. But you still have wealth and power. But it doesn't mean your mental state's going to be that well. Blessings. Grace you. We are the crystal beings, crystalline energies of the higher dimensions. Yes, all creation matters. As a crystalline frequency, it basically keeps the frequencies going here. Of course, as many souls do test themselves, challenge. Well, basically, you're here to heal the riddle of reality. And the trueness of unlocking this planet, it's, yes, like a forest of just madness. But if you're willing to just be yourself and just flow with it, you'd be surprised how much you can unlock from this reality. All of you have a certain type of key in your energy field unlocking secret knowledge of this earth for you to get further into understanding why you are here. Everybody has a piece of the puzzle, and some don't want to bother, but to unlock your earth connects you more to the astral, and the astral will bring in more information for you. So it's like a game, you can say. Of You don't have to look at it that way, but you get to certain levels. Probably many of you have learned. Yes, you might go through a hellish level, but it might be 10 years, it might be 20 years. Okay, I survived that. What's my next challenge? The next challenge most likely will be easier, but different. But yes, the knowledge of basically just your earth is connecting more to your astral to unlock your spirit realms so you don't have to go through these problems anymore. So your soul can gather knowledge from the Akashic. It's like, oh, you don't need to be punished like this anymore. So that's one aspect of how this works. It's not supposed to be easy for anybody. Well, when you create a puzzle planet, when you lock it down, locking it down was easy. Unlocking it's a lot harder, as maybe you know. And some of you were here locking it down, but then you incarnate for thousands of years to free yourselves. There's much more to it than that. It's not just you just had nothing better to do and just lock the planet down. No, there's other reasons. Well, a lot of it was for the Earth to forget was actually to save humanity, because humanity was not doing its. It sounds strange, but humanity wasn't doing itself any favors in the past. As you can see currently, it was much worse in the past. And so for humans to just have amnesia and forget, it's like it became, yes, a child race in some regard. So for it to regain its higher knowledge, because if it continued the way it was, this would not be the world it is today. That's for sure. Greetings to you. Yes, the consciousness of South Africa. Yes, a reptilian hangout, one of them, Anunnaki. Palladian beings go there for recreation. There are many agendas that are invented there that control your reality. So, of course, it's going to be hostile while your elites test things out within society. Well, they see how crazy society is going to get, what kind of madness can come out of it. So they keep it hostile. It's because they open up the lower dimensions of the lower realms to, send out lower frequencies across the world. Parts of Mexico, parts of the Caribbean have done that. Their darker elites know how to program humans, especially those that are of a low frequency, just in case your humans get out of hand. So they can shut you down. I know it sounds a little strange there, but to bring out the darkness, to bring out more darkness, to bring out more chaos. You're here to heal the chaos frequencies. The healing the chaos frequencies is, yes, connect to your alien vibrations. Well, to know yourself, to not be afraid of you. Many people aren't aware of it. They themselves are a mystery to themselves. So you're figuring out your mysteries. And there's no wrong way of doing it. There's a slow way of doing it. There's also a fast way, and of course you can get too ahead of yourselves. Yes, flowing with your reality, because you'd be surprised how far all of you have a timeline to unlock the earth. Now, do you get there is another story. Not always meant to do it, but do you have a possibility that some of you take the hard road of the spiritual road, the spiritual vibration is to go into the astral. And the astral, yes, is here too. You link with the astral, and you're allowing the astral to work through you, which unlocks this planet, which you are doing now. And South Africa is just where a lot of it's being planned to control society. It doesn't mean you have to go there physically, but at least become aware of its inconsistent energies. increase you. We are the North Korea consciousness. I realize we are beings that we are of different beings, of course. Beings that don't hide or hide under the bush or get too cryptic, but we'll be cryptic here for reasons, but we can be real with you, maybe too real, but we'll hold off on that. But your intuitions are probably more correct than you might want to realize, especially of those that are being controlled but aren't aware of it or don't think they are. Um, this is basically North Korea itself is a place where you can really weigh out UFO knowledge. Of course, with the right people. Of course, that's anywhere, but North Korea is one place where, with the right resources, you can do anything and say anything. There are places in the world where knowledge can be revealed. Some are, yes, connected to this whole underground conspiracies and all that, which is fine. And there are things going on, but for the most part, yes, it's a kind of a diversion from yourselves because you yourself have the power to unlock your reality. So some are putting their energy into those saving the earth that you will never see, but unlocking your own mysteries is really what you came here for, which many are not really ready for. They feel like outside knowledge is knowledge, but it's actually inside knowledge, which many of you are trying to piece together. Not the easiest place to go. Doesn't mean you have to heal all of your darkness, but understand your mystery. And those in North Korea, at least those that are part of it, there's a lot of insectoid frequencies there, are really real themselves. Doesn't mean they have healed themselves, no, but they can be raw with their information and not hide things. Of course, there's a lot of hiding going on, but North Korea is one of the places where obviously you need to be in the right position. Obviously, to say the wrong thing, your history. But there is places there at the higher royalty where you can just talk about craziness as you're doing now. And you can go even deeper. So there are places around the world where you can do that, of course. Your spy agencies do it all the time in secret, but they're keeping everything locked down. It's basically for your world to become more neutral. At least one aspect where the wars stop, where the world becomes more silent, less stress among itself, yes, more music in the air. Basically, you play music outside, which heals the frequencies, where people can be more connecting to each other, which that is not happening currently. Well, a more neutral earth helps it. It's kind of like a reset where it can just take your problems, put it to the side, and just say what's on your mind without being vicious to each other, and just allow the inner clearing to occur. It's basically you can be more real with each other. Not to say North Korea is there. No, but it is a place that is telling the world to get lost, basically, as you can see. Obviously, there's a lot of shady things that happen there, of course. But it is very unique compared to other places. A hermit country, which many of you have had incarnations as a leader of a place like that, not necessarily going through the human rights situation. Some of you actually take care of the people that are there, but still a hermit country. So, yes, it has its flaws, of course. But that's all we have. Blessings.